Hi everyone. So in the last video, right, we talked about Elasticsearch overview and infra monitoring. Today we'll talk about Elasticsearch APM monitoring. Okay. So basically, when you wanted to enable that application performance monitoring, right, how you can do that. So let's understand this completely live. Okay. So basically, suppose this is your application server example. Let's understand the architecture, and this is your Java application running inside this. Okay. There would be Java application. So Java application is running inside this. So basically to monitor this, and here we have Elasticsearch cloud environment. This is your Elasticsearch. Okay. You can visualizing the data, all those things. So now to monitor this, first, to monitor your Java application based on the technology, there is a Java agent has to be installed. A Java agent has to be installed. Okay, so which is used to call APM agent. Okay, even you can ingest your application data via OpenTelemetry. Telemetry. So there is a two-way. One is Java agent, is OpenTelemetry. Okay. Now to monitor your infrastructure, Elastic agent is required. So if you take this, here you have a small guy, which is your Elastic agent. So this guy is Elastic agent. So this guy is Elastic agent. Okay, so this guy is Elastic agent, and you require a Java agent. Okay, so let's understand this completely from the scratch, which is the VM we had already. It was terminated. So let me launch one VM. Pet clinic web app. Okay, imagine Linux. Okay, now let's take this to virtual CPU. 4 GB of RAM is sufficient. Key pair you can take anything. Elk security group default. 50 GB of workspace and launch. Launch the VM. Now, let me log into the VM. So connect this in the browser itself. Application server is not yet up. So server is up now. Okay. So sudo space su yum update -y. So first to monitor application, right? To monitor your application, infra agent is mandatory, not required, not necessary. Okay. So let's do first infra, and then we'll go with so add data host. I'm installing Elasticsearch agent. Copy this, go here, paste it. So basically, we are trying to install uh, Elastic agent, which is for your infrastructure monitoring. Okay, and Elasticsearch agent, right? So and basically that Elastic agent and APM agent. So send the data. So APM agent send the data to Elastic agent, and Elastic agent send the data to your Elasticsearch cloud cluster. Okay, so that is the reason this is required. So just wait for a minute. So now coming here, wait for a few minutes. Let's talk about application. So application monitoring. But before that, our application should be installed. So agent is running. The system CTL status elastic. hyphen agent dot service. Is it running? Control C. Now let me install application. So first they required Java 17. So install Java 17 Amazon Linux 23 Pareto command. So this is your Java 17. Okay. So come here, paste it. Yes. Okay. Now yum install git hyphen y. Well, git also required. Okay. Yum install maven hyphen y. Basically, I'm trying to install application. So now all the prerequisite has been installed. So a Spring Pet Clinic, GitHub, a Spring Pet Clinic. So this is my application code. Copy this. Okay. Git clone. Paste this. Git already I have installed. So ls cd Spring Pet Clinic ls dot slash maven package. It will build the application. Okay. So meanwhile, let's see that infrastructure monitoring what we have done, so the data is coming or not. Okay. So let's go to our infrastructure. You see data is coming up. Okay. Last 5 minutes. Update. So you see that last data is started coming. Data is started coming. Now you see this, which is fine. Now, so data is coming up. Let's talk about application monitoring. To application monitoring and data. So basically, I'm trying to monitor my application. So there is a two-way. I told you, right, in the architecture. One way is OpenTelemetry and one way is Elastic APM. So I'm going with Elastic APM. Okay. Select your technology. So Node.js, Django, Flask, Ruby, React, Go, Java, .NET, PHP. So I'm going Java. Okay. Now, what is saying is download this agent from the Maven Central. Okay. So basically, this APM agent, which is your APM agent, has to be installed. Elastic APM agent has to be installed on your target server. You need to create a API key. I have created API key, and then you have to run your application along with this along with this arguments. Okay. Then your application data has started coming. So what I will do is I'll go here. The build got success. Okay. Now, so ls cd target ls. So Java hyphen jar spring dot jar. If you run this, application started running. Colon 8080. Application started running. You see that, right? So basically, I want to run my application along with this APM agent, okay, Elastic APM agent along with their arguments, okay. So what I will do is I'll stop this, Control C. Now cd dot ls. So let me install this Java agent, Maven Central. So copy link address, go to your target server, type curl -l -o elastic APM dot, basically I'm defining the agent name, elastic APM agent dot jar slash, okay, single quote, paste this link. Okay, no, hmm, it got downloaded. So now you see elastic APM agent.jar file is downloaded. Okay. Now what application, what's Elk is saying, go to your Elk portal. So now you have downloaded this file. You have created your API key. So basically secret token you have to replace with your API key, whichever thing. And you have to run with your elastic application along with this many arguments. So Java agent path. Okay. Then elastic service name, token. Okay, and then you need to run this environment, and then you need to give the application package. Okay, log level, all those things you can give that. Okay, so I have given this. Okay, so now let's clear this space. Okay, now I'm running this basically in the background. In the background mode, no hub Java. Okay, your APM agent jar file is available in the Spring Pet Clinic. Then service name I have given a Spring-Pet Clinic. Elastic APM API key. So API key I have to replace basically. So just a minute. This is my API key. Ah, okay, so I have given the API key, and you see here I have given the APM.API key in spite of secret tokens. It was given here APM.secret token, but it configuration setting it is saying elastic.apm.api key. So I'm giving the API key instead of secret token. Okay, so that it won't be an issue. Run this. So ps-ef pipe graph pet clinic. You see my application is running. Go to find owner, we're getting the data. So basically, my application is running. Let's generate some traffic. Update this. Add owner. Maybe okay. So now let's come here and check the status. So you see, right, data successfully received from the one or more agents. So now let's launch APM. You see, data started coming. So we started at 201. It started. Now you see it started coming. What are the transactions we have done? These are the transaction. Basically, we have hit the URL. So this is your home page. 8080. So this is your home page. So this is your home page. So if you open this, you can understand this by using this URL. Which URL we have done there? It's 8080. 200 OK. Where you went. Their latency, correlation. If you see the traces, so we have a complete transactions. Each transaction you can see. This is your home page. This is a wet list. This is your find form update owner page. So what are the page you have done there? So if you go to this page, what is this latency, throughput, time spent, all those things. And you see what are the metadata calls. Which database query got called, database statement got called, what is their version, all the details we are getting here. The trace details basically. Now, if you see this metadata, you can see here and related logs. So there is no logs. Dependency, you can see which database we have. Is there any error like a 4x error, 5x error? So you see 2 times. Basically, when we are entering this value, right, phone number, it was failing, right? So that error was capturing. Metric. So this is the CPU, system memory for that infrastructure. And their heap memory also, it is getting captured. This is the beta version, so you will not find anything. This is in beta version right now. This is your service map, or the service map is happening. Logs, if you have a logs, you see logs. Alert, no alert, dashboard. There's no dashboard has no link here, okay? So this is your traces, this is your dependency. Which dependency? So this is your application monitoring. Basically, so you have, this is your application monitoring, how you can enable this. Basically, so application monitoring, you can enable in 2 ways. One is via OpenTelemetry. If you go with OpenTelemetry, select on Java, okay, download this. You have to create or export this environment variable, and then you can use this. You can run with your along with your application argument. Okay, so this is very simple. Okay, so the next video we'll talk about how you can ingest the data via OpenTelemetry. So let's talk about infrastructure monitoring also will enable via OpenTelemetry, and application monitoring also will enable by using OpenTelemetry. So if you see here, even your infrastructure also can be monitored via OpenTelemetry. You see, right? Collect your host metrics, logs, and host metrics with the Elastic Distributed hotel collector. Okay. So that we have for infrastructure monitoring. So that we'll be using this, and then APM monitoring also will be using this. Okay. And then we'll enable that infra monitoring and APM monitoring. For Windows Server monitoring, there is a different way. Okay. That beats we can be installed, and then we can use call that beats also. So that we'll talk about in next video. Okay. So hope you understood. That's it from this lecture.